With a legacy dating back more than 2,000 years, Cordoba is one of the most fascinating cities in Spain. It has witnessed the passage of different civilizations that have left an indelible mark on its urban planning, architecture, and cultural life. From its founding in Roman times to becoming the epicenter of the Caliphate in the 10th century, Cordoba has evolved as a symbol of splendor, diversity, and historical richness. This heritage is felt as you walk its streets, discover its monuments, and savor its cuisine. Among all its treasures, the Mosque-Cathedral stands out as the heart of the city, a living synthesis of centuries of history and cultural coexistence. During the Roman period, Cordoba was the capital of the province of Bética. Vestiges from this period still remain that attest to its importance, such as the imposing Roman theatre, one of the largest in Roman Hispania. These remains reflect not only Cordoba's strategic importance in the empire, but also its cultural dynamism. However, it was under Muslim rule that Cordoba reached its greatest splendor. In the 10th century, it became the capital of the Caliphate of Córdoba, one of the most populous, wealthy, and advanced cities in Europe. A symbol of this grandeur is the Medina Athara, a palatial city commissioned by Abd al-Rahman III as a display of power. Although only its ruins remain today, they still convey the magnificence of the Umayyad Caliphate. This Andalusian splendor is best expressed in the Mosque-Cathedral, the city's most iconic monument. Its construction began in 785 under Abd al-Rahman I. Over the centuries, the mosque was expanded by several caliphs, reaching its peak splendor under the rule of Abd al-Rahman III. And successive extensions were made over time until it reached its current form. Originally a mosque, After the Reconquest, it was consecrated as a cathedral in the 13th century, becoming a unique temple where Islamic and Christian elements coexist. The exterior of the Mosque of Córdoba is a masterpiece of great majesty. Its imposing main entrance, known as the Gate of Forgiveness, is one of the most outstanding examples of Islamic architecture in the West. The interior of the building is a visual spectacle. More than 850 marble, jasper and granite columns support a series of two-tone horseshoe arches that create the effect of an endless forest. This succession of spaces creates an atmosphere of intimacy and architectural beauty that is difficult to match. Among its most notable elements is the mihrab, finely decorated with golden mosaic and geometric motifs, which pointed the way towards Mecca. Also notable is the Maqsura, an area reserved for the Caliph where intricate reliefs and valuable artistic details can be appreciated. With the arrival of Christianity, new structures were added to the complex. After the Reconquest in 1236, King Ferdinand III of Castile allowed the conversion of the mosque into a Christian cathedral. This transformation left its mark on the building, adding Renaissance and Baroque elements that contrast with the original Islamic austerity. The impressive cathedral, with its main altar, choir and multiple side chapels, turned the mosque into a Christian place of worship without losing the grandeur that characterizes its Muslim past. The altar reserved for Christian Mass is located in the Chapel of the Tabernacle, a Christian chapel built inside the mosque in the 16th century. It is a magnificent example of the unique blend of Islamic and Christian architecture within the building. The main chapel, with its imposing Renaissance style, and the choir, carved in mahogany with impressive Baroque styles, break with the Islamic harmony, generating a visual dialogue between both cultures. The presbytery has a ribbed vault decorated with medallions featuring saints and apostles, as well as angels in relief carrying musical instruments and Marian praises. The main chapel features Baroque artworks, including an impressive altarpiece, which is considered a masterpiece of the era. Right in front of the main altar is the choir, which enjoys the justified reputation of being one of the most beautiful and best executed in all of Spain. Outside, the bell tower stands out. Built on the site of the old Muslim minaret. It reaches 55 meters in height and offers one of the best panoramic views of Córdoba. Including the charming Patio de los Naranjos, an open space with fountains and orange trees that preserve the original Islamic design. In addition to the Mosque-Cathedral, another key element of Córdoba's monumental heritage is the Alcázar of Christian monarchs. Built in the 14th century on Roman and Visigothic remains, it was the residence of the Catholic monarchs and the site of important historical decisions, such as the audience in which Christopher Columbus requested support for his expedition to the Americas. The building stands out for its robustness and its defensive towers, including the Tower of Homage and the Tower of the Lions. Its interior houses Roman mosaics and a reception hall of great artistic value. But perhaps its most evocative elements are its gardens. A succession of ponds, fountains, and vegetation that recalls the Andalusian influence and offers visitors a haven of beauty and tranquility. However, Cordoba's richness is not limited to its great monuments. The city is also revealed in the charm of its streets. Strolling through its historic center is an experience that transports you back in time. Narrow, whitewashed streets, such as the iconic Calleja de las Flores, lead to corners full of life and color. Among them, Calleja de las Flores stands out as one of the most photographed spots due to its spectacular view of the tower of the Mosque-Cathedral. Cordoba's patios, with their flower beds, fountains, and ceramics, are a tradition inherited from the Romans and Muslims that reaches its peak at the Patio Festival, held every May and declared an intangible heritage of humanity by UNESCO. These patios are one of the most representative images of the city. They reflect the architectural and cultural tradition inherited from the Romans and the Muslims. The city also expresses itself through its flavors. Its cuisine is a reflection of the blend of cultures that have inhabited its lands. Dishes such as salmorejo cordobés, flamenquín, or rabo de toro are essential on any visit. And for tapa lovers, a classic is the famous tortilla de patatas at Bar Santos, right next to the Mosque-Cathedral. Cordoba's tapas are intensely celebrated in its squares and taverns, especially when accompanied by flamenco, another of the city's great cultural treasures. But to experience the most authentic Córdoba, you must explore its neighborhood squares and churches. The Plaza de la Corredera is the most monumental square in Córdoba. Thanks to its rectangular layout and surrounded by arcades, it is reminiscent of the great main squares of Castile. The Plaza del Potro, smaller and more intimate. The Museum of Fine Arts and the Julio Romero Torres Museum are located in the square, making it a cultural center of great value. The Plaza de las Tendillas is the modern heart of Córdoba. Its clock doesn't mark the hour with traditional chimes, but rather with guitar notes. Some of the main shopping streets begin here, and it's often the scene of popular celebrations. The Plaza de Capuchinos surprises with its cobblestone and austere atmosphere. In the center, the Cristo de los Faroles stands out. Among these various squares and through the city's narrow streets, we come across churches like San Francisco and San Eulogio, a prime example of Cordoba's Gothic Mudejar architecture. Or the Church of San Pablo, located in the heart of the city and built on Roman and Muslim remains. Inside, you can admire the Mudejar coffered ceiling and valuable images. The parish of San Andrés Apóstol is another gem rarely visited by mass tourism. Córdoba is a city where history is palpable in every stone, every street, and every aroma. Its Roman legacy, its Andalusian zenith, and its Christian transformation have woven a unique, rich, and diverse identity. The Mosque-Cathedral, as its main jewel, represents this coexistence of cultures and the passage of time that defines this city. But Córdoba is so much more. It is flowery patios, it is gastronomy, it is flamenco, it is art, and it is life. Visiting it is a journey back in time and, at the same time, a deeply human and sensorial experience. My name is Alex Moraras. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, share, and definitely subscribe to find out more amazing places to visit before you come to Spain.